How's it going, everyone? Alejandro with AB Superior Wash here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing a little embarrassing story from my first ever driveway cleaning job. I was totally inexperienced and I thought I knew everything because I watched a ton of YouTube videos online. Spoiler alert, I didn't. This one little mistake really messed me up, but hopefully some of you beginners out there can learn from my mistakes so you guys don't have to go through the same thing that I did. So let's get right into it. Hopefully you guys can learn something from this or at least get a good laugh. And hey, if you've got any embarrassing stories, drop them in the comments. Alright guys, so I got this job by door knocking, and lucky me, I landed it with the very first person who opened the door that day. This guy came out, he took literally like 10 steps forward outside the house, came out, shake my hand, which rarely ever happens. So I already knew we were off to a great start. I introduced myself, I gave my little sales pitch. He said he was already interested from the jump because his HOA had been on his case about his driveway lately. So I explained the process, I gave him my price, we negotiated a little bit back and forth and ultimately closed the deal. He said he wanted to get it done before his wife got home in order to surprise her, and I promised I'd make it happen for him. So I was so pumped, guys. I told him it was gonna look amazing. I told him he would be super happy with how everything turned out, and I was setting the bar pretty high as far as expectations go, which isn't a bad thing because you have to be confident in your abilities and commit to delivering an excellent service. But this was my first ever real driveway cleaning job, so I was just excited to get some great before and after photos and spread the word to the neighbors. So I quickly headed back to my truck to go grab my gear, which took me about 5 to 10 minutes. I got everything ready, connected my hose, filled my chemical container, and used my X-Jet for the pre-treatment. I ended up using almost 5 gallons of SH just on the pre-treatment, which is way too much for a 2-car driveway. But hey, things were going well until soon after where they weren't. So then I attached my surface cleaner to my pressure hose, turned on the ball valve, and this is where things started to go downhill rapidly. As soon as I turned on the ball valve, it just exploded. Water started spewing everywhere. I thought maybe I hadn't connected it fully, so I turned off the ball valve, made sure everything was locked in, tried again, same result. It was just spewing out water uncontrollably. I was so frustrated, I didn't know what went wrong. The water just kept on spewing out of the quick connect, completely soaking me from head to toe. I literally looked like I had just cannonballed into a swimming pool. I'm not even exaggerating, guys. I promise I was drenched. At this point, I just assumed that the problem was the quick connect, and I figured I got like a dud or something. Just replace the socket, easy fix, right? Only problem is I didn't have a spare. At this point, I'm extremely pissed, frustrated, and most of all, disappointed. Just picture my situation for a second. I was in the center of the driveway, frantically trying to attach and detach the surface cleaner, completely soaked in water from head to toe, and I had about $25 worth of chemical that was drying with every passing minute on the concrete. I was screwed. Eventually, I decided to just take a loss on the chemical and come back the next day with a new quick connect. I told my client I was having issues with the machine and told him I'd be coming back the next day and doing it completely for free since I felt terrible that I couldn't get it done before his wife got home like I had promised. He insisted on paying, but I told him I'm a man of my word and I'd promised to finish it before his wife got home, and I didn't, so I was gonna do it for free. Looking back, I should have just explained the machine was having issues and offered to come back the next day. No need to do it for free. Stuff happens, equipment malfunctions, weather changes, things go wrong. That's just life. So I come back the very next day, and luckily everything went smooth this time around. I cleaned the driveway, I made it look brand new. He said he's never had his driveway look this clean before. Him and his wife were super happy with the result, and the best part is he gave me a 5-star review on Google, and he still paid me through Apple Pay. I sent him this huge paragraph explaining how thankful I was and how kind he is to still pay me, although I agreed to do it completely for free. So later that day, I realized the issue wasn't the socket itself, but it was the O-ring that was the problem. The O-ring is a rubber circle that goes inside the socket that prevents the water from leaking out. I guess when I initially attached the surface cleaner, I must have not connected it all the way through, and it blew out the O-ring, causing it to leak every time I attached it. I could have easily avoided this problem by just buying an extra bag of O-rings if I had known about it. Sometimes things happen in order to teach you a lesson, so now the next time that this happens, I'll know how to handle it. And guys, learn from my mistakes. Buy yourself an extra bag of O-rings just in case when you're on the field and this happens to you. It will happen to you eventually. It might not happen on your first time like it did on mine, but it will happen. So I highly suggest that you go and get yourself an extra bag of O-rings from your local pressure washing store, or just order them on Amazon, so that way when it does happen, you're prepared and you know how to handle it. That's gonna be it for today's video. I do want to leave you off with the quote of the day. Today's quote of the day is, whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you are right. I really like this quote because it emphasizes the immense power of your mindset. When you believe you can achieve something, your mind works towards making it happen, finding solutions, overcoming challenges. On the other hand, if you doubt yourself, tell yourself you can't do something, your mind will focus on limitations, leading you to failure. This is why having a positive mindset is so important. By believing in yourself, you can harness the strength of your mind, and it allows you to achieve success and do remarkable things. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and got some value out of it. Please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really means a lot to me and helps the channel grow. Have a great rest of your week, guys. Make sure to go out there and kill it. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.